Hello all and welcome to a quickie review of the finale of Titans Season 1 on the DC Universe app. We've been doing reviews all throughout the entire first season of this show on our YouTube channel, but also you can get our full, in-depth, spoiler-filled thoughts on this over on patreon.com/onlystupidanswers. If you click up here, actually, there's a little tab that pops up and you can go over there and you can check out Super TV Showdown. We review... Huh?
How do you know that?
Huh?
How do you know that?
I make it go over there.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I make it
cool.
go over there. That way I know. It's like, actually, we always point up here. We actually have our hands out of the screen. It's actually like...
Right there.
Right just past the
There's
bow.
a whole science to this.
There you go. But yes, we want to talk about the finale of Titans titled... Can you guess?
Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Why work too hard on that one?
Yeah.
And the synopsis reads as follows. Dick takes a dark journey back to Gotham in the finale. That's pretty much it.
It is the finale.
It is the finale.
This is the finale of the season. I'm going to be honest, after I watched it, I had to triple check to make sure it was the finale. Because it felt like a good lead up to the finale. It felt like, oh man, next week's finale is going to be crazy.
Which, based on me reading the IMDb for previous episodes of this, I was like, well, there's 12 episodes. We're definitely going to get one more, and that ended at 11. So I feel weird. Also, by the way, I know I said we've been doing spoiler-filled reviews on our Patreon, but guess what, gang? You're getting a little extra Christmas gift right now.
What?
We're going full spoilers on this review, so it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, full spoilers on this.
I agree with you, though.
Yeah, it was. I overall enjoyed the episode. It just felt like a weird note to end on. It felt like, sometimes on Netflix does the like, we're going to put the first half of the season at this part of the year and then the second half this part of the year.
Usually they're animated stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like it didn't feel like it completed the journey we've been going on. It kind of does for Dick Grayson, but in a way that it doesn't, though. It just puts him in a darker place than he's been so far.
The darkest
place. I mean, it starts off pretty bright. We got to start off with Dick is having a happy relationship with Dawn, and they have a kid.
That's going to be a beautiful kid when that kid grows up.
100%. That's going to be
beautiful
a crazy,
parents.
attractive kid.
Or maybe you lost the genetic lottery there. Like your parents are maybe too
you got the
attractive.
recessive genes on both sides, and now you're just okay.
Real good at math. But no, I actually really enjoyed seeing this actor, Brenton Thwaites, get to play a happy character for a second. Yeah. Because it made me like him more. But I'm like, oh, what are we doing here exactly? I know I got you can basically figure out the gist of it right up top. It's like, we're here
especially based on the end of the last episode, and they do the weird dream film a couple times.
Yeah. No. Just to kind of mess with you. But you're kind of like, this, for me, it was like, this would be cool if I could also see our gang trying to get in and save Dick and save Raven, but we didn't get that. We just got all Dick all the time.
Yeah, we've done some speculation on the Teen Titans cartoon kind of focused on different characters each season. Obviously the whole team, but and obviously this season, even though the main threat is Raven centric, we spent the most time with Dick and his baggage, and so this feels like a resolution of that. He finally confronts Batman, which we see. I think we've got a little him confronting the shadow of Batman.
Oh, there he is, and then he flew away.
Yeah.
It's his worst nightmare version of Batman. It's what he thinks it's how he imagines Batman now, and now he imagines he's going to turn out eventually.
We do clarify finally that Batman in this universe is not a killer. He has a line that he doesn't cross, but it's a very violent one. Blurry line.
Yeah. You kind of just scribble it down really quick.
So that was nice. It was nice to have Jason Todd back for a minute.
But does this resolve anything? Because we still don't know why Dick feels this way about Batman now. He kind of described a little bit like he'd stay up at night because Bruce had a code.
I actually did like that line that, no, Bruce doesn't have a conscience. He has a code. I have a conscience, which kept me up at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how long did he feel like this?
Probably my impression is the entire time, and I think the last straw was how he handled, what was it, the Marconi, whatever, the guy that killed Maroni, the guy that killed his parents, and that was kind of the straw that broke. He didn't like who he was becoming. It's less of a problem he has with Batman, and more of a problem he has with the way Batman utilized him.
So did he ever talk to Batman about it? Did he ever do that?
And I guess we're not going. I mean, at this point, damn, you got to cast Batman.
Yeah.
You got to cast him. Because I assumed going into this, I think we all assumed it was going to be a dream situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I assumed that they were going to have a big reveal because it's Twilight Zone, Dick facing his worst nightmare, that Batman was going to turn around and it was going to be Dick. And it was like, oh no, this is the worst me. And we didn't even do that. So it's like, and it reminded me a lot of the middle. I enjoyed the Elseworlds crossover. The thing that didn't quite do it for me was all the like Batman nods in that episode, because like we've seen Penguin. Penguin's name on a wall doesn't mean anything to me. Like we've seen Penguin.
Excited. That means maybe Penguin could go punch the Flash in the schnoz or
so
something.
let's start with the joke. We got the Joker in this episode.
We did. There he is. Look, there he is.
There he is. Whoop. There he is.
There he is.
So like, I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, this didn't do anything for me. Like that specifically didn't do anything for me, and all the other references doesn't. But like, it's kind of just points out the whole flaw with like I have with Dick's character. It's like we actually don't know a lot about him. We don't know. We see the events of why he is not with Batman anymore.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel like I actually know his character at all. I feel like I don't know a lot of the characters on this show, really, besides Hawk and Dove. I feel like I have a very clear picture of them, and I very much enjoy their story, which bums me out about the rest of it. And also, not saying that telling the story that he is tired, he doesn't like the way Batman does things, so it's kept him up at night. Now he wants to be something better, but he still has to deal with how he was raised.
Yeah. That's
interesting, but also, you could have written a story where Robin doesn't have anything to do with Batman at this point. He's an adult. He's an adult.
Yeah.
He is a detective. Like he can have problems outside of that, and he doesn't need to be the reluctant hero in all of this, in the storytelling. Like he can be a team player. Like, because he hasn't been the entire time. He is 100% trying to pawn everybody off on everybody else and do his own thing, which you can have that character. That's fine. And I know pointing that out like it's just like shining a light on like the entire season. And I don't think the entire season's bad, and I don't think this is a bad story for Dick Grayson. I wish it almost feels like it's being too cagey. Like, you don't show Batman. You don't show this. You don't show this. It's like, just do it. Just get done with this, so that I would like it, the whole season, to mainly be about one thing, like Raven or something. I don't know. I don't hate it, but there are a lot of, this show can be a lot better, and you can see like glimpses of it every once in a while, or at least I can. Hawk and Dove is like shining example. That's peak. That, like, you guys, they nailed it, and I just wish it could tie it up. And also, like, we got the tease of like, Hawk and Dove, you got to come save Raven. That's not in this season, though.
No, yeah, I enjoyed the season. I enjoy what the show's doing. I think there's a little bit of wonkiness, and I think this episode's an example of that. And I overall don't dislike the episode. I think it's a weak choice for the finale.
Yeah.
I even think maybe if you'd said last week was the finale, because that's when we brought Trigon out. Everybody's trying to go in. Dick's like, I gotta go save the day. Boom, call it a day. You know what I mean? Like,
and maybe at that point have them all go in, but they all get separated.
Their own nightmare versions, which also would have been interesting. I do like, comics are filled with alternate reality stories. That's always kind of fun. Gotham, every movie's like, oh, Gotham's a nightmare. This is the one time it's like, oh shit, Gotham legit is a nightmare.
Or is it his like memory?
But this version of it is like, oh damn, like this is bad.
Prostitutes. There's probably rape that they showed. There's murder. There's drug use. There's this, and it was in 2 blocks.
It was. This was the most I'd ever gotten a sense of like Gotham being, and of course it's not necessarily real Gotham, but like whatever. So I just think this was a weird episode to end on, especially since the cliffhanger is something that will inevitably have to be undone. You know what I mean? I think maybe it would have been more cathartic if Dick had overcome this, because that's theoretically the arc we've been on this whole time, and he finally overcomes the darkness and chases Trigon away, and the whole season 2 is we got to find Trigon again.
And get Raven back, maybe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that would at least feel like closure, and this feels like a big like to be continued. You know what I mean? And so it makes the rest of the season feel. This whole time I've kind of been like, I've been enjoying it, but it kind of depends on how they stick the landing. And now I still feel that way because we haven't landed yet.
I did like the tease for what's to come in the future. We did get a little glimpse for a second at the very end of the episode of Superboy or Connor Kent or whoever you want to go with, Connell, and Krypto,
which was like
more exciting than the beefcake walking down the hallway and like murdering people.
It's like, wait.
how'd you get those?
Because clearly that was like a stunt person. That's just you're there, and then we'll cast somebody later. Who? But you've established that now, so
he's huge.
Yeah, that guy is a monster. And then you got Krypto, which I don't know how they're going to do that, but damn, that excites me.
Because they're barely doing the tiger.
Yeah,
they're really being cagey about the tiger. We'll see. Yeah. And maybe that's another thing that Beast Boy can like learn and he can turn into the dog.
Yeah, maybe but the good news is now that we've got some space before season 2, you know, hopefully they'll be able to like, because it's not just launching a show, it's a show that's launching an entire app service, and so it's like there's a learning curve here, and so hopefully they can iron some of those issues out in season 2. We'll get more of the team dynamic. Hopefully this kind of like, maybe the next episode Dick can figure his shit out, and like we can spend some time on some of the other characters, because when the characters are together I really like it. I like the setup and the teases they've set up for how like Hawk and Dove finding Jason Todd and them trying to resolve this. And I liked when we saw the other characters. I liked when Hank showed up to help paint the room. It was a big I don't even, it's an alternate reality. I know it's all around. I was like,
but okay,
trouble in paradise.
Wait, so maybe I maybe got confused with how the whole situation played out. So Batman's trouble. Jason's like, paralyzed, and and he's like, you got to go get him. You got to go tell Batman to don't murder people. Because literally no one else is gonna do it. No one wants to go there. And then Dawn, and he's reluctant. He doesn't want to go. Dawn says, go. And then he gets there. And this is like the manipulation thing, right, from Trigon? Because then all of a sudden she's like, well, I'm doing all this by myself. It's like, but you
exactly. Well, every time stuff, just wait, you can see the reality altering as time passes.
I was like seeing that, but I'm like, oh man, I wish this was just a little bit snappier. I wish it wasn't the literal exact opposite of what that character just said. I know it's a manipulation thing. I know it's not real, and like that's the point, and this person can't identify that, but the viewer can, and it's like it, like, so much of it was cool. Like, I like seeing Wayne Manor, and I like seeing the Bat, like, cave. And I thought the Bat suit and the way they pull off all of his action was cool. I didn't like that he was murdering people, but it's supposed to be his worst nightmare.
And it's kind of like, I liked seeing the police, right? It reminded me of, there was an episode of Batman the Animated Series that's supposed to be Batgirl's worst nightmare, where she dies and Commissioner Gordon decides to take down Batman and all this other stuff. And so it's cool to see, like, how would cops raid the Batcave, you know what I mean? It doesn't go well.
And there was a tease of Barbara for a second. They like just said her name. I don't think they've done that yet, which is cool.
And Superman, this is the first time other than the tease, this is the first time they mentioned Superman in the show.
Oh, straight up, because Batman and him,
they had a falling out. That's never happened before.
Not once. No, I mean, I am excited for season 2 because I like Superboy and I like. Ooh, you're promising a lot with Krypto. Like, it can't be one of those, like, I watched all of Inhumans. Like, look, Lockjaw, he got run over by an ATV, so he can't teleport right now. Krypto, he got into a kryptonite again, guys. He's got food poisoning.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Yeah. I could see stuff like that. Not that, but I can see, like, the framework of the show being so much better, and it doesn't need. I'm not expecting, like, gold medal. I'm just expecting just a little bit more cohesion or Titans, like actually showing them together. And they've been so reluctant to do that at all for the show that is called that. And I would like more of that. At least, at the very least, you can poo-poo the CW shows, and I would very much agree with all of your criticisms, but at least the Flash is at least scooting around in every episode. Probably. At least one person scooting around. But, it's not awful. But I agree with you. Weird way to send off the first season.
Weird out. I would give this episode, personally, I would give this episode a 7. I think I'd give the season overall probably a 7.5. Because overall, I did enjoy it.
I'd give it a 6. And I honestly thought the Hawk and Dove episode was one of the best episodes of superhero TV in a minute, in a long while. And I thought it was very well, just like the writing, the acting, the way they captured everything, barring one specific moment in that, which was... We're gonna bring that up later. I don't even know how because it was so silly. But besides that, like I think overall I'd give it a 6. I think it got bumped up.
The season or
the season
or the
as
episode?
A whole. I'd give the episode a 6 and the season a 6 because it's like it's a it's a D, probably closer to a D minus. Just like I can see that it could be better. They have the money, they have like all the pieces, and it's like it can be something that like all DC fans and casual fans can be more on board with. And it's almost there. So, but you guys, let us know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Any final thoughts?
No, that's it. I'm excited for season 2. I'm excited to see the other shows that we're going to have an episode coming out soon where we discuss. We got to see the first few episodes of Young Justice, so we're going to discuss that. I like what we've seen so far of the Harley Quinn cartoon. In news from Stargirl, Swamp Thing, all those other shows. I'm excited to see where they go from here.
Oh yeah.
And I'm excited to find out more about these shows. But like Sam said, let us know what you thought of Titans in the comments. Let us know what you're looking forward to in season 2.
I'm hoping more. I just go bigger team. I'm very excited about that. But also go to onlystupidAnswers.com for all of our podcast information, our merch. There's also a place where you can send us questions if you want to. Yes. But you can also send us questions if you join our $1 tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/onlystupidAnswers, right over here. So it's just to the side of you. It's just. Can you feel it if you kind of like turn your head a little bit?
Hot.
Yeah, it's a little hot. Sorry, it's coming in hot. Yeah. But if you go ahead and click there, you can join the $1 tier. Send us your questions and check out all of our other content. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. But I'm at Sam Basher everywhere that matters.
And I'm at DJ Talks Trash. And our live shows will be back in 2019. So stay tuned for those on Play Noggin, twitch.tv/PlayNoggin.
There you go. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.